had the same introduction as Clinton. Handsome love. It's alright. Okay. Anyway, yeah, you see, as long as you know, right? As long as you know, you don't need to say. So my name is Melissa, and I think just now Sean said I was a headhunter. So I was in headhunter means that I help like mid to high level finance position people look for jobs okay, or help companies to look for these people. So I always enjoyed my job. 10 years in headhunting. I'm also a mummy of 4, right? And I've never ever thought of doing business before. I'm through and through a Singaporean who has just wanted to work for my life, retired in a good company, and you know, I'm just one person who is uncomfortable but I'm not happy. How many of you are like that? Singaporeans are like that, right? Comfortable quite okay, but can be better, right? Like 吃不死 what 饿不死吃不饱 kind of scenario right? And I was once also seated in one of these seats, right? Asking myself, no, the people on stage, rubbish one. And just now Clinton told you, Desmond told you, right? Are these people are they talking, the truth, right? So I was also one of these people seated there, folding my arms, right? So how I got to know Nu Skin is actually when I was pregnant, right? My husband came back with a set of TR90 for himself, not for me, for himself. And he came back, and then when I saw Nu Skin, right, I said, either the person who sold you is an auntie, or is a 美女, desperized to buy, sure cannot follow one. Because I know about TR90, my friends in the bank all took TR90 before, I know he cannot follow one. He has a very bad lifestyle, smoke, drink, whatever you can imagine, I cannot imagine he can follow TR90. I told him he cannot cheat already. But yeah, really, right? I think many of you felt that way when maybe somebody told you about TR90 or Nu Skin before. So I was one of these people also, and because I was pregnant, I had no need to take the product, right? But I got to know the people who sold him the product. Okay, you know what is the top banker in one of the offshore banks, which is his colleague. Okay, so they were actually serving different markets, and that person, the wife, was the one that sold him TR90. So when they came to my house and I, spoke to them, I was wondering why this pair of very professional people from the private banks, why are they doing this business? I was also very curious. Okay, although I was very curious, but I was also, one person who I was expecting my 3rd child at that point in time. After that, I go and give birth, I go and do many things, right? So I never really think about it. But I saw that this couple had what I wanted. They had time for their families, they were traveling, they were running a global business, they were happy. At least they were happy. I was just grumpy all day long. And I was like screaming at my children, that kind of thing. Typical mommy, right? Got work, scream, please stay at 9 o'clock, do your homework, then go and work again, right? So I was one of these people as well. And I was also, later on after I gave birth and all that, right, I get to see that, how come, for them, for Miss Lilian Ong, for those of people who know Miss Lilian Ong, how come they gave birth, their lifestyle so different from mine? 2 months I go back to work already. I didn't even dare to stay at home, So I started to realize that actually, maybe got something better out there. So they asked me to go to a KL annual convention some years ago. And I really didn't want to go. How many of you haven't decided if you want to go to KL convention? I'm sure you all heard about it, right? Or avoiding my gaze, right? You don't even tell your upline you want to go, right? Okay, trust me, I also like that. But also trust me, it will change your life. Okay, you will see something in your future that you never thought was possible before. Really. So I also went very, very unhappily. I went to KL, okay, and then the first 2 days also I like what's happening, a bit confusion and all that. But on the 3rd day, I really did hear something that I wanted to hear, which is hope for my future. Okay, how many of you think about it? How many of you, whatever you have in your life today, is a result of decisions you made a few years ago? It's always like that, right? Whatever you have in your life, what car you drive, what house you stay, what time you work, how many children you have, all is about a decision you made maybe 3 to 5 years ago, right? So similarly, right, when I thought that if I was going to change my life in the next 3 years, I needed to be in a community of people who could help me get there. I cannot remain as a headhunter and hope to have a different life in 3 years. Hope to be happier, hope to be less stressed about money, hope to be healthier. I couldn't, right? So of course I took the product at the point in time because trying to slim down is my life goal. Headhunting is not my life goal. Slimming down from the time I'm 15 years old is my life goal. Whatever you think about what slimming product, obviously I have to take TR90, right? So, you know what, this is 1 year after I give birth, I still look like 9 months pregnant, right? The stomach just cannot. So, actually, after I took the product and everything, I went to the convention, okay? I was again, reminded of the fact that I had to change, and there was never a good time. Because at that point in time, what was my biggest challenge? I had a newborn baby and a pair of twins that were in primary school. I didn't have time at all, and I had a job, So honestly speaking, 24 hours, got a lot of things on. I don't have time to take a proper dump and talk about running a new business. So I really made a decision, right, to just follow the people, the success stories that I see on the stage, the success stories that I saw in KL. They all started like me, okay, and they could do it. Following the people that have done it and have what you have, I think it's more important than listening to people who don't have what you have, what you want, but insist on telling you what they think about your life. So I think that was for me the biggest challenge, but I managed to overcome it because of the community here that were able to help me to actually build a business, okay, even though I had very little time. Anyway, time is a myth. I'm a skeptical person as well, okay? I think all of us are. But time is a myth. I think the question you will ask yourself is, you come today, sit till, I don't know what time now, 10 o'clock or what, to go home and lead your life the same again, or you really came here because you want to change your life in the next few years. Okay, so if I cannot imagine what will happen if I'm not doing Nu Skin today, because as a headhunter, you all know during the pandemic, I think I also will be out of job because of no job, right? How to place my candidates, right? I also have no job, and honestly speaking, actually through this environment and through this everybody here, right, all the leaders here and ST as a whole, right, I learned this thing called holistic success, right? Just now you heard Clinton's story, right? Maybe he was young and had a business, had a thriving career, but he gave up a lot of things, and it's the same even though I had no business. I had the same exact experience even though I had no business and I was just working in a corporate environment because I want to climb up, I want to do better. I sure have a lot of trade-off. So actually, I cannot imagine if, let's say today, I am who I am a few years ago and I didn't change, I didn't embrace new changes and come onto this platform. I think I would be that kind of mother that have a very strained relationship with their kids, that's for sure. Because my mother, I grew up with my grandmother, so my mother and I, we have a very difficult relationship, and I think I would have basically replayed the entire thing back to my 4 kids again, She got 1, I got 4, so I got 4 kids, Yeah, so I think now, because of this time freedom, right, I'm able to give my kids a different type of childhood. I'm able to have a very different relationship with my mom as well. And over the last few years when my mom had cancer, I think I was able to really be there for her as a child, although I've never been there for her in my childhood, but now I'm really able to do it simply because I chose a different vehicle to make money. Yeah. Okay, so again, I want to encourage everybody, right? I think now, today is the 3rd of October, right? Okay, let this be day 1 of your new life. Make a decision. Not one day, I'm going to have this, one day I'm going to have what Desmond have and everything. Make it your day 1. Make that decision to say, okay, what can I do right now so that the next 3 years of my life is going to be entirely different, right? All of us deserve a better life. And I think if you're seated here today, there was somebody who insisted you come because they felt that your life has to be better. Okay, thank you everybody. My name is Melissa.